Gamer and Gameless, everybody. I'm your host, Zach, and today I am joined by
Aaron Golden. How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic, Aaron.
Hi, Aaron.
Hi, Aaron.
Hey.
So those two other voices you hear, I'm going to save our guests for last because I want to do a little special intro even though we're past the intro phase.
Are we going to beatboxing?
Last meaning you go for it,
There you go, Aaron. You pick it up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
This got off track really quick.
Super cool.
I'm Elvin the Gameless.
And our guest today, the ruler of all the video game industry.
Aaron, beatbox?
The ruler of the entire video game industry.
Yeah.
Queen of every company ever.
Oh, God. Alicia Catherell. That is so not true.
Is your name not true, or is that what you just said? Not true?
I am not.
Because I can beatbox either way.
Is your name George?
No, I wish my name was George.
George is an awesome name.
If you actually rearrange the letters in Alicia, you get Nintendo.
I thought last time you got PS4.
Did I already say that joke?
You said it the last time.
I'm getting old, man.
We're looking for a new host, so if anyone's interested in listening that doesn't forget things.
Yeah, it pays in top ramen. So just a heads up, guys. You can check us out at facebook.com/gamergameless or our new and improved website.
Brand new.
gamergameless.com. Go check that out.
.com.
.com indeed.
Not .net.
I feel like anytime I say .com, you say it in that voice. Like, I think people are going to think it's like an audio track that we keep playing.
Of what?
.com.
.com.
What was that game where you finish every sentence by .com? Like, how you doing .com?
That was ridiculous. It was like more of a thing on Facebook.
Yeah.
It's like, I can't believe my boyfriend did this. I'm so over it .com. Like,
wow.
What do you mean .com?
Was that like the original hashtag?
Yeah, actually,
that's actually .com.
It's a hashtag that went after the statement. But anyways, we're going to start out as we usually do with what we're playing. So anyone want to start?
Yeah, we can definitely start this. Alicia, you are the guest, so you get the privilege to go ahead and start it.
Privilege.
I don't know if it's a privilege. It's more like
really
thrown in the fire.
Yeah.
Like you start us off and we'll listen to how you do.
Let's see. I was playing more Saints Row. I still haven't finished it, but I did pick up another character, Shandi. She's pretty awesome.
Oh, Shandi from all
Shandi is pretty damn cool. What else was I playing? I was looking over my pile of shame. That's what I call games that I've started that I never finished.
Oh, yeah.
And there wasn't really anything in there that I really... Well, I played a little Ni no Kuni.
Great game.
Which is a RPG. It's really fun. It was also done by Miyazaki.
Is it really?
Yeah, Studio
That
Ghibli.
explains so much.
Ghibli did a lot in it, but the problem with it is there are times where the game makes me insanely happy, and then 5 seconds later it makes me so angry that I just want to break it and throw it out my window. And then Destiny, the Destiny beta, I played a little of that. But I'm gonna save that for.
Yeah, we're gonna.
Can I give a little shout out to Alicia? She wrote a real nice review of Transistor.
Oh, yeah, I finished Transistor.
Go to gamergameless.com, go into reviews, and read Alicia's Transistor review, which is
it's an amazing review.
Really good.
Thank you. I was worried. I didn't want to spoil it too much.
So. No, it was fantastic.
It starts with, this is how this game ends.
Yeah. Yeah, they never find Nemo.
Now,
let me talk about
explosions everywhere.
But, I got Ni no Kuni like maybe a month or two ago because PlayStation has these ridiculous sales where they're like they call them flash sales where like they give no indication and they're like, you could buy this game for 8 cents.
Yeah.
Buy every game ever made for $1.5.
Wow.
So they had Ni no Kuni on for $4.99. So I bought that.
Wow, I paid full price for it.
Yeah,
I mean, bought it when it came out.
Honestly, like it's like I would have like if they made it $30, I would have bought it $30. Yeah. And yeah, it's a good game.
What is the game called?
It's Ni no Kuni.
It sounds like some rebel leader in
Africa. Ni no Kuni
Ni no Kuni
and the White Witch.
Yeah,
the Wrath of the
White Witch. Ni no Kuni, the Wrath of the White Witch. It's basically a JRPG that has Pokemon-like elements in it, like to it.
Yeah,
and there are just moments of grinding that make me so sad in that game, and then there are these amazing moments when like you see the Miyazaki, the Studio Ghibli art and all this stuff comes in, and then it makes me insanely happy. Like I will be like, I fucking hate this game, and I'm like, oh my god, I love this game. This is the best thing ever.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
Yeah,
but I've only been playing one game, and I'm gonna say I got it from my pile of shame, which I didn't know was a thing, but I'm gonna do this now.
Pile of shame.
I thought like my pile of shame was ex-girlfriends I had.
That is also your pile of
why are
shame?
they in a pile?
Why are they in a pile?
There's so many of them.
They'll never
Wouldn't
listen to
that-
this because they never like video
Wouldn't
games.
that be
It's all
a
good.
mountain of shame?
Well, if you're insinuating what I think you're insinuating,
Alright.
Galaxy of shame.
I don't know if you have the wherewithal to know
Word.
Congratulations.
of my mountanisms.
Anyways, I have been playing a game for Vita. I mean, it's also for PS3, but that came out. I think it came out for PlayStation Plus like over a year ago, which is Hotline Miami.
Yeah.
Which is not really a game you can explain.
No.
It's like a weird. I legitimately don't even know where to start, but it's kind of like, yeah, I have no, I can't even figure out where to start.
Acid
I guess
trip.
It really feels like like the title is like waving back and forth, like it's like super almost psychedelic in a sense. But the gameplay itself, I don't even know what's going on. I think you're playing as like a criminal of some type, and you're just going around and just like fighting and killing people.
You're just killing
but it's over the top. Like not over the top as if in ridiculous, even though that too. The camera is an overhead camera, so I don't know. It's weird. Anyways,
The soundtrack's amazing on that.
soundtrack
also, by the
is
way.
definitely. Aaron, my friend, what have you been playing?
Well, as of right now, there's not many new games coming out, so I decided to go back into my library of greatness.
Wait, is this still the? Are we at the pile of shame?
No, this is on Pile of Shame.
this is-
because-
Pile of Shame is games that you started to play that you never finished. That's why it is your shame pile, because you never finished. So that game that you started, the Brotherhood or whatever, that's in your
Max
and
the
that is in
Oh,
your pile
that
of
is
shame.
my favorite game.
You have a pile of shame.
Yeah,
I've never played.
Yeah.
but yeah,
I can tell you right now. The game that I'm playing, which is just amazing to just see in general.
For those of you who can't see what Aaron's doing, he is holding his hand out and looking towards the sky.
He is gesticulating.
or the
yeah.
ceiling.
Lord, I know, right? But anyways,
Big shout outs to Frozen Byte who made this game. It's just amazing. I'm playing Trine 2. Okay, and this is probably the most beautiful game I've ever seen in my life. And I'm going to show it to you guys. I'm going to show it to you guys after this podcast.
Is that a tear in your eye, Aaron?
No,
Yeah,
well,
he's just
I'm wearing
crying.
glasses and I have headphones on my ears, so whatever you see, it might be a big ass blackhead. I'm not quite sure. Anyway, dude, look at me right now.
I'm looking.
Okay. No, okay. What's great about Trine 2? It's kind of like Lion King to me. You know how like Scar wants to be the king, but Simba's the king. Not Simba, Mufasa's the king, right?
Yeah.
Mufasa's the king, right?
Mufasa's
It's been
the
a
king.
long time for me.
Welcome to the Disney podcast.
Yeah.
Okay, so
We're here with John and Larry.
So Scar's all jealous. He wants to be the king, and he finds a way to get Mufasa to be killed, right? So, anyway, this is about Rosabelle and Isabelle. You know, they're best friends as kids. They're sisters, right? So, you know, they grew up together. And all of a sudden, that Isabelle is the one that gets all the attention.
Are you explaining the plot of Frozen right now? Are you just gonna go through different
Anna and
Disney
Elsa.
movies? Yeah, man. So there's this girl named Lilo, and this alien comes around. She's just messing things up.
And her sister Nani's there.
Well, anyways,
Well, no. Anyway,
Trine.
so Isabel's getting all the, you know, the fame and all. She's beautiful and getting all the attention. And Rosabelle finds a way to like be like Scar. Like, you know what? I'm jealous. I'm gonna go ahead and end this woman or end this person, right? Anyway, so Rosabelle decides to take her on her birthday to a place where they used to play as kids, and this ends up being a tree where they cast an enchanted spell on Isabelle. So Isabelle's gone, and Rosabelle, you know, she's gonna be the one to get all the attention now and all that. So she tells one of the three most powerful people in the game, which is the wizard. His name is Amadeus. Well, not really. His name's Amadeus.
Rock me, Amadeus.
By Falco, right? Amadeus.
Great song.
No, I rock out to that song. Anytime I can, I love that song.
it's funny that you actually got off topic of your off topic.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive.
And here comes the hot topic.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I don't have any band gear on. Spiked bracelets.
No, what's great about this is that she knows that these three people she has to go ahead and take out too, so she won't have any problems being like the main woman of this the enchanted story. Anyway, so it's called Amadeus is the wizard, Pontius is like the knight, and Zota, she's like the archer. Anyway, so
Yeah.
these 3 people, you can do 3-player together. You 3 can go through the enchanted forest, and you're fighting goblins.
Can you do 3 players together? I know.
You
I
can
know
do
there's
3
2 players
together. You can do 3 players together.
Really, I
actually.
didn't know that. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty fun to play. I mean, just looking at it, like I said, it's so beautiful to play. You want to keep playing more, and every level is a chapter. So there's 9 chapters. So in each chapter, they tell you what's going on, and then you go through that chapter. And eventually, so you want to go ahead and try to save Isabel, because Rosabelle is the one that's, she's like the main evil woman.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm enjoying the game. I'm loving it so far. Again, I'm going to show you guys after this podcast, but you're definitely gonna be amazed how beautiful it looks on PS4.
Is this an indie game?
Yeah, it is. I actually played the demo for it for Wii U a long time ago, and it's an interesting game. It's like a platformer, but it also has like almost
It's a puzzle game,
but
too.
puzzle elements definitely.
Oh, that's up my alley.
Yeah, it's definitely a cool game. I guess that would be in my pile of shame.
Yeah.
Like I played the demo for it, and then on Wii U, and then after a while it came out on PS Plus, and then I downloaded it for PS4, which is now broken.
Aww.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
heard
man.
about
I'm so sorry.
I gotta tell this story. Is I was really excited for the Destiny beta. I was like, oh boy. I went to turn it on, and then my PS4 just was like, nope. I was like, hey PS4, can you turn it on? He was like, And I was like,
What have you done for me
Come
lately?
on, bro. And he just texted me no. I was like, how'd you text me? You don't even have a phone.
Yeah.
But no. Yeah, it wouldn't even power on. Like the light would flash like blue then white. So I'm sending it back in, but by the time it comes out, unfortunately, the beta will be over.
No, I'm so sorry that happened to you, because I remember back in the day when my 360 got the Red Ring of Death, and it happened a couple times to me, and almost everybody you met, it happened to them as well.
Yeah, no, like I think literally. Okay, so what I have, they call it the blue light of death, which I don't know. I don't get what the gamer's fascination with blank light of death is, but they said that under 1% of PS4s suffer from this. So I guess I'm just that lucky. But they said the Xbox 360 Ring of Death, at least the first like couple waves of 360s, it was like 60 to 70% had this. And like for me personally, I mean, luckily I don't have the patience to call Microsoft all the time. But my brother does. So we went through, like, I'm not even joking, in the course of like 4 years, we went through like 8 360s.
Yeah, my friend went through 7.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. We would just get it, and then it would just be like, "Womp," and it's just red light, and send it back in, and then we play for like another hour, be like, "Womp."
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, come on, Microsoft.
Yeah, one of my that's why a lot of my friends went over to PS3 at the time. They were just had enough. They said you send in the Xbox, you get in 3 days you'll get a box to go ahead and put your Xbox that's messed up in there. Then you gotta wait a couple weeks, you get it back. I had to do this 2 times actually. So when I get mine back, I put my disc in, and then it just starts, it gave my disc a super huge scratch.
I remember when that happened to you.
Yeah. So when that happened, I was like, oh, what the heck, man? So now I gotta buy a game plus that. Anyway, I got my 360 back, and it takes about 3 weeks once you get it repaired. It was a bad time. That's why a lot of people right now, they don't want to be day one buyers of the next gens, because they hear all these horrible stories. They want to wait until maybe 3 or 4 months later to feel safe about it.
Yeah, and rightfully so too. Before we transition into our next topic, which is Destiny and the beta, since we're on the topic of broken systems, I just need to share this. Is anyone here familiar with Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic?
KOTOR.
Yes.
KOTOR. Okay, so KOTOR is this amazing game. Like, seriously, legitimately one of, like, my favorite games ever, right? The worst possible time for a system to break is I had the original Xbox and I got KOTOR, right? And then my brother was like, hey, it's like Kingdom Hearts. It's, like, really fast-paced before we got it, right? And it's nothing like that. It's so slow-paced, so we were like, well, let's just take it back tomorrow and trade it in.
Yeah. And
then I ended up playing it. I was like, actually, this game is kind of amazing. And then I got to the Jedi Council to become a Jedi. And what happened? The cutscene froze. And I was like,
wow.
it's okay. I'm going to become a Jedi. I'll play again. And then it froze again. 13 times later, I just realized that my Xbox couldn't run that anymore.
Wow.
And then after that, all of my other games stopped working. So then I had to send it in. And back then, it took like a month to get your game back, to get your system back. So that was very, very depressing. But I just needed to. This is like my support group for broken consoles.
Yeah.
So I just needed to say that.
No, we're all gamers here. It's happened to us.
It's
it's,
no, it hasn't happened to me. Knock on wood.
Really?
Yeah,
what-
I've never had to experience a broken system.
Really?
Oh, wait,
before.
you never had 360 then?
Yeah,
right?
I do.
Oh, well, okay.
I have them all, man.
But
I've
did you
just
wait? Did you
been-
wait when you bought a 360?
I got the 360 Slim, but a lot of people had those brick on them too because those
Really?
were supposed to be the ones that were unbrickable. but
Yeah.
they said
What
brick.
was I used to hear that term. Was it the red ring of
The
death?
red ring of death.
Yeah.
Well, speculation was that whenever something went wrong with the system, that it would just have a red ring and shut down completely.
Yeah.
You
No.
get one ring
I
or
can,
two rings.
I
If
can
you get
vouch
3
for
rings, it's gone.
that. I can
So
vouch
like
for
my
that.
friend, he had the one who had to replace 7 of them. He literally sent his back and pulled out the refurbished one out of the box, and that one was broken too.
Yeah.
And he was just like,
Yeah.
and then he had to call them back and say, "You gotta come
Wow.
get this. Like, what are you
Wait, so
doing?"
you can't return to the store? You have to return it back to them?
The only store you could return it back to was Costco. So like this time around, a lot of people
Wow.
were waiting to see because because with Costco, the return policy is so great that if anything's broken, you just turn it back. And with them, what they would let you do is they would let you keep your hard drive.
Right.
So
That's
that was
awesome.
like
That's
the trick
awesome.
was if you
I
bought it
didn't
at
know
Costco, you could have just kept your hard drive and then returned the system to Costco.
Costco's
Yeah,
the most
so-
amazing place where it's like your thing broke down. We'll take it back off your hands, and you know what? Here's $7,000.
Yeah.
And,
Also, you can keep all your saves and everything.
Yeah, that's
I,
awesome. Because that's what I'm a little sad about is
Yeah.
I lost all my save data now. Because I don't know how the cloud works. It's like some crazy alien technology like Skynet.
It's in the cloud.
Even though Skynet's not alien technology. I mean,
You could
it's-
probably pull it from the cloud. I think it automatically upsyncs.
I mean, I knew how to with PS3. Anyways, I'm getting
Yeah.
off topic here. Anyways, so next topic.
well, I want to just say one more thing. I would tell Elvin because he's a gameless person.
.com.
You would have to go on YouTube, Elvin, just to figure out how to like revive your Xbox 360.
Yeah.
And
There were some
if-
crazy things that they were
What
telling
you could
people
do,
to do.
you could turn it on and wrap a whole
Towel
towel
around it.
around it and do it and let it overheat for 20 minutes or whatever, and then take the towel off, and then it's perfect after
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
What?
Or there
And
was
then-
one where they wanted
Yeah.
you to wrap a moist towel around.
A
There's like
moist
all
towel.
these different towel methods.
And there's one if you take like a whole bunch of paint and paint a sigil around it,
Yeah.
and then put a whole bunch of candles and chant the specific chant, all the demons fly out of your 360, and it's cool. To use
I
again.
actually took apart my 360, and as soon as I did, I saw this big ball of like a big dust ball next to the fan, I guess, and so that was the reason why I overheated. So I took that out, and it was fine for about maybe 20 more days. And it crashed anyway.
When it flew away, did it go?
No, it was like woo.
That's
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. You just had to up me.
Oh,
on
I
that
didn't know.
Noise.
I thought yours was trying to say that it was like a bunny or something.
No, it's,
what
what?
ghost? What ghost goes? Boo, 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 boo,
I
boo,
can't
boo.
do the. I can't do it. All right.
Anyways.
I thought he was saying it was a dust bunny also.
Yeah, I didn't think it was.
Wow.
What ghost does that? That's the most unthreatening ghost in the world.
Next time I'm gonna go like ghost.
It sounded like a Pokemon, but anyways.
Whatever, guys.
Anyways, so we're transitioning to
Chimp
a very, 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 very unknown game that not too many people know about.
That no one's playing at all right now.
No one at all.
Yeah.
And that game is called Destiny.
Ooh, the Pick of Destiny. That's a good
hold-
movie.
I gotta say this. Normally I'm really good about not checking my phone during the podcast. And I'm
Could you say Destiny one more time?
Destiny.
Destiny.
I'm not even joking. Like this is 100% serious. I'm really good about not checking my phone, but something told me, "Hey, check your phone." And I just got an email inviting me to the Destiny beta. It's like and the messed up thing is they sent me an email yesterday saying, "Hey, we know your PS4 is broke. Sorry for the inconvenience. Here's a Destiny code in case you go find a new one."
If you go to your buddy's house and just do it over there,
I
right?
guess so. But anyways, so as I mentioned, because my PS4 is in the non-existent stage
Right.
of evolution, I haven't played it. But you two have got your hands on this.
Yes.
So can I hear you guys' thoughts on this?
Well, yeah, we can go back and forth. Me and Alicia so far. She's played
Alicia.
Elisha.
Hey, Ron.
Hey, Ron.
Alicia.
Even-
Pay attention.
Well, I never had an ex-girlfriend named Alicia, so that's
glad.
why I can't pronounce that name too
At
well.
deliciousness.
At Aliciousness.
Alicia.
I could quote everything from that entire skip. But
That is
anyways,
horrible.
go to Destiny.
All right. So, Alicia, what are you, a level 1 so far in this beta?
I am a level 1. I did the shit. I can't even think of the name of the character.
You're a
I did the
guardian.
alien.
You're a
There's-
guardian.
Oh, you're talking about the class. I
Yeah, I
know.
don't
I mean the race.
because Destiny
There's-
is basically like I don't want to say a MMO.
It is.
I mean, it has the MMO feel. It feels a lot like one. But
yeah, I listened to.
Do we need to explain what the MMO is?
I'm not listening to anything you're
Okay.
saying. All I heard is Destiny is my MMO.
So I can wrap this up quick. Have you heard of World of Warcraft, EverQuest, all these type of games?
Yes.
Those are called MMORPGs.
Yes.
What
So
does
massive
MMO stand for?
multiplayer online
Massive
role-playing
multiplayer.
game.
Yeah.
So this would
And-
be an MMO FPS then.
Yeah, I guess
Yes.
so. But I heard an interview with like the Bungie community, the community manager today, and he said that they're trying to avoid using the term MMO,
yeah.
because it kind of scares people away.
Oh, it definitely does.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
like I mean I'm gonna shut up and let you guys talk, but like I mean before you played, like when I played the alpha,
Yeah.
and I was telling you, Aaron, it's kind of like I don't know how to explain the allure for this game. Like
Mm-hmm.
it totally has like Call of Duty aspects, like as far as aiming down sights.
Oh, yeah.
Which is something that Halo hasn't really had, but it has a Halo like alien type wondrous vibe.
Yeah, no, if you were to Google Destiny is like Halo, there's about 30 articles right now on Google. Just from different sites, because it has a feel of Halo, but it's not Halo. It is completely different from Halo. However, there are some aspects of Halo, because look, Bungie's not stupid. Bungie's going to say what worked for us in Halo. Okay, we're going to take some of that and apply it into Destiny. Because
wait, okay, duh. Bungie made Halo and Bungie made Destiny.
Yeah.
Yes.
But Bungie did not make Halo 4, so let's not compare that
Yeah.
game to this. Okay.
Okay.
Anyway, so if you're like me,
You took
if you're gonna
way
love-
too much offense to that. you're like, hold on, man. They didn't make 4. I'll stab someone over this.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to know. I mean, for the casual gamer out there who is maybe listening. Okay, look. So if you love Halo, you're most likely going to like Destiny. Okay, right now the beta is going on for PlayStation 4 until it's about Wednesday, and then that's when the and PS3, and that's when the Xbox One on Wednesday, the 23rd. That's when they're going to start their Destiny.
That sounds terrible.
Oh my god.
Their Destiny beta. Okay.
Was that an intended pun or
That was
it
a
accidental?
bad.
You know, there's actually a little bit of a Star Fox in this. Okay. Because, and I'll tell you why. Because after every level you beat, you get back into your ship and you decide what part of the world you want to go to next.
Okay.
But in Star Fox, it was like kind of like Galaxy. What kind of like planet?
So
you
you
wanna
so
go to
you
next,
get a
right?
pirate ship and then you go and you look for gold.
Yeah, that's pretty much what Destiny is. It's a Pirates of the Caribbean
Okay,
simulator.
great. Yeah.
It's
Like Assassin's Creed,
it's
like
just
from
you
the
on
last
the boat
past
at Disneyland.
Exactly.
Yeah, let me go on with this. Okay, so reason why it has a little bit of a Halo feel. Okay, now Peter Dinklage, you may know who he is, Elvin.
Yes, I do. Game of Thrones.
He's the guy who played the original Terminator.
Yes, he did. That's not true.
All right, so Elvin, do you remember Cortana from Halo? By any chance? She was always telling the Spartan, give some advice, what we need to do now.
Okay, Elvin's look of sheer befuddlement is gonna. I'm gonna say
Is this
a-
podcast over yet? Are we
No.
close to the
All
hour?
right,
No.
so anyway, and his name's not Cortana, but his name is the Ghost. And so the Ghost is the voice of Peter Dinklage, and he's advising you what to do next. So it has that kind of like that Cortana feel from Halo. Okay. And what's different about this is in Halo you can always try to find a vehicle. In Destiny you can summon a vehicle.
Ah,
And that's pretty cool. So you can get onto your vehicle and speed up and wherever you got to go. But so far I'm a level 5, so I'm not quite sure if you can upgrade to another vehicle that
so
shoots,
this is
that
total
shoots weapons.
sci-fi. Like
Your
the vehicles
mount.
are.
yeah.
What do the vehicles look like?
And the way it's,
Like speeder
It
bikes.
looks like the Star Wars speeder,
Oh, okay.
the speeder cycle or whatever.
I mean, I honestly, this is one of the first games in a while that I've seen that got this much love and unanimous appreciation. But another unanimous thing is everyone talks about how bland the storyline is. Like I haven't followed it. Like I played the alpha a lot. I haven't touched the beta, but I think it's just something like something happens with the Earth and they have to evacuate the Earth, which is pretty generic. But
well, yeah, it was
Well,
funny.
like they have
that's
stages.
not really in the story. Well,
No,
I mean,
that-
what
I
I've
mean-
encountered so far.
I mean, I don't know. That's what I heard. Like that's legitimately how little I know about the storyline. That this is all just someone.
It was,
What
it
is
was
this?
basically they found this thing on Mars
Three astronauts. Three
astronauts. That one of them has an assault rifle. By the way, I noticed
movie.
that.
This sounds like a
and they
movie I saw.
found
it's called
this
Mission to
giant.
Mars.
I can't remember.
Gary
What,
Sinise, right? Yeah.
I can't remember what it's called, but they found this giant like orb on Mars, and then they talk about how it cured disease and it made it so humanity's lifespan was like 3 times longer, and technology took off, and we started colonizing all these places, and then with that came the darkness. And then the darkness, now you're back on Earth, and it's like the last, I guess, bastion where this thing is the only thing that can protect that one area.
Okay. Let me ask you this. Do you know that from prior knowledge, or is that in the beta?
That is in the beta.
That
is literally when you start. That is the cutscene that goes, and they start telling you all about it.
In the alpha, there was nothing like that. Like legitimately, there was just. I mean, and it is an alpha.
It's an alpha. Yeah.
But I'm just saying, just so you guys don't think I'm that dumb. In the alpha, it's like the loading screen is like Bungie saying, "Hey, thanks for playing. You're a cool guy. Here's Peter Dinklage. Kill some aliens."
Oh wow!
Like,
yeah, no, there was this whole cut scene and all this stuff, and there's all these different languages.
Yeah, there's a story now in the beginning, and then before you start, you get 3 characters to pick, and then you pick that character, and then once the level starts off, the ghost, which is AKA Cortana.
Your AI.
Your AI. And he revives you. Apparently you're like dead or something like that.
Yeah.
So he revives you and like, okay, now you're back alive. You gotta go this way.
Yeah. He's like,
because there's some people trying to kill you.
Oh yeah.
Now.
He's like, oh, you're alive now? There's some shit going down.
Yeah,
you need
gotta
to go.
Really?
I don't to this building right now.
I don't recall any of that happening.
This is what the beta is.
Yeah, that's what the beta did yesterday. It's like, yeah, you're alive. Go. Now.
And then there's this place called Last Earth, is where you can go back and upgrade your inventory.
Wait,
if
the
you
tower?
Want.
Yeah. The tower?
It's called Last Earth, though.
Are you sure? I'm pretty sure it's called the tower.
I don't know.
I thought it said Last Earth.
They might have changed it. Well, I know people were already talking about there are things that have changed from the alpha to the beta.
Okay.
Like that Wizards from the Moon line has now been removed, and that kind of bummed me out a little bit because I feel like people were too critical, especially, I don't know, maybe it's just a gamer thing.
Yeah.
We've become a lot critical when it comes to things, and people have to understand these are alphas. Like, you can't sit here and like rip something apart. Like, they're ripping apart the voice acting, they're ripping apart all this stuff, and it's like you're being overly critical, and they're not even done with the game.
He's a great actor.
I meant to tell you about this.
Yeah, the voice acting, people were complaining because they're like, he sounds too bored and he sounds blah blah, and it's like, well, he's a machine. Like, it's an AI. He's not supposed to. Cortana was different because like Cortana had personality, and there's all these different things, and she was an anomaly. It's like, when you have an AI machine, there's not gonna be all of this like tons of personality and all of this stuff.
Yeah.
Personally, in the beta so far, because I never played the alpha, the beta, the voice acting seems fine to me, but I'm hearing that
they've changed
it up a little bit.
So, Elvin, specifically, everyone lost their mind over this one quote. There's like a alien, right, called a wizard. It's like a almost like a general of these dudes, right? And when I'm not gonna lie, when I played it, I kind of took a double take to it. He was like, I forgot the exact quote.
That wizard's from the movie.
Yeah, but there was some prefacing for it. He was something like, that alien, he's not from here. That wizard is from the moon. And like, and I think here's the thing. Here's why I think everyone lost their skulls over that, was because when you hear Tyrion defend himself in season 4 on trial, he's like, I am guilty for no crime. Like, it's like super intense.
Right.
So I think everyone was unfair towards that. And then, I mean, I fully agree with Alicia. At the end of the day, it's an AI. You know what I mean? Like, we hear AIs like C-3PO, who's like, and no, Luke Skywalker. That's, I mean, luckily there aren't robots yet.
Yeah.
So I don't know how robots sound.
So you're saying that the people wanted him to be more energetic?
Yeah, they said that it wasn't. They're like, oh, he sounds flat, blah blah blah. It's an AI. That's like, it's Siri in my pocket is an AI.
Yeah,
in my phone. That's like if I told Siri, hey Siri, get a better attitude. Like, I need you to be more energetic for me.
Hey Siri, where's that wizard from?
I think they're just blown away by how great of an actor that he is, Peter Dinklage is, and so they want to have that in the game possibly. Like, how come he's only acting like this? Well, he's
a robot.
playing the role. He's playing the role of the AI.
A robot.
Yeah, I just think that line. I think it's bad writing, if anything. That wizard's from the moon. There's almost no context for that's acceptable.
No, there is a context. It's a wizard who is from the moon.
I know, right? I'm pretty sure that's where Gandalf
And
came
he flies,
from, right?
by the way.
And he fly. The wizard flies. I mean, and the whole thing.
I want to hear this because I can imagine him sitting
You
in
could
the
probably
studio.
pull up
like,
an article.
I
on
will one
from
after
the moon.
No, he's like, that wizard is from the moon.
That wizard.
Like, I'll let you hear
Well,
it.
it even has
It turned into a meme instantly.
Yeah.
It's one of those
did.
things where you knew that second it was said
Like-
that this is going to be all over the internet.
Like, legitimately, I think IGN was giving free codes away. And their article was like free beta codes, and the little subheading was these codes came from the moon. But anyways, I want to hear you guys' actual impressions of the actual game, like not plot summary. I want to hear.
I feel like it's super intuitive. The shooting aspect of it is super intuitive. The last FPS I really played was we were talking about before was Borderlands 2.
One of the best games ever.
I love it. Trying to pick it up, especially with the PlayStation 4 controller, it was supernatural to me because I never really played Battlefield. I had the Battlefield bundle, but I never really played it.
Yeah.
But it felt good. Like, it took me like 0.2 seconds. It was like a 0.2 second learning curve.
Yeah.
And instantly I was just mowing people down.
Could I just say that I understood that beta field reference
I know.
from another podcast?
I am so proud of you.
I'm so proud.
I almost like, oh my, I know what
she's
that
saying.
is. I know what that is.
For those of you who can't see, Elvin has had his hand up ever since she said it. Ooh, pick me, pick me.
So it felt really good.
Yeah.
Like, the controls of it felt really good. The game is absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah.
So I'm really, really confident about it. I was kind of whatever about it, but I think that I'll definitely pick it up.
Yeah.
But like you said, we just have to see about the whole, like, I'm not a big fan of MMOs, but in this whole feel of it, I like it. Because even last night I went to dinner with a friend and he asked about it. He's like, is it gonna be all MMOs? Like, because that's what I heard. I was like, yeah. And he kind of shied away from it a little bit.
Yeah.
And I was like, just try it out, because if you try it, you'll probably like it. And he's in the beta also, and he enjoyed it today. So
yeah, I think the connotation with MMOs a lot of the time is that you have to do everything together.
yeah.
Which, I mean, I think I'm not 100% sure. I think there's some stuff, like definitely the PvP aspect, obviously, you have to be with other people. But the majority of the game, you can actually play by yourself.
You can play by yourself. Some worlds in this game, so not worlds, some countries that you land on in Earth, no more than 3 people can be in it.
Oh, wait, is there a campaign?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, kind of. I mean, it's kind of like, there's definitely a campaign, but it's kind of just this open thing. You could do whatever. Like, that's what I liked about it. I think I mentioned this about when we talked about the alpha, is like, I like the fact that I did a mission and then I went back to my ship and then I did something called the Crucible, which is just me fighting other people. Like, that's cool to me. Me fighting other players.
And on the campaign or whatever you're saying single player is, what are you fighting for? Who are you fighting?
Like I said, they know more.
As of now, I don't know. It literally was like, you were dead. Now you're alive. You need to run and grab this gun.
Yeah. you can be revived from your teammates.
I want to know who I'm shooting. I feel bad.
They're all aliens. They're all aliens
What
and
makes
robots.
them
One of them kind of looks like General Grievous, the one who's chasing you down when you like wake up.
Are you talking about? There's vandals. There's captains. There's
Pirates,
knights, in
Knights.
this.
Yeah, there's all these weird different
And
names.
I believe the captain, if he's getting shot out, he can teleport to another area.
Yeah.
You gotta shoot him now, and then he teleports. And also you're getting points for every bullet that's hitting the enemy.
Oh, nice.
So that's pretty cool too. Even if you're not killing him, you're still getting points for
Are you talking about like
the wounds you're giving him?
Experience points?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. No, I didn't know. Anyways, yeah, it's some cool stuff. And then, like I said, the thing that I kind of pulled me to this game was the idea of abilities and stuff that actually break up. Like, that's why I loved Borderlands, is just the idea of abilities. You know what I mean? Yeah. Instead of you're just shooting people with different guns throughout a 30-hour campaign, like, you get abilities. You know? Yeah. And then, like, I think I played as a warlock.
Yeah.
And then after a while, I got his ability where I was like, I jumped in the air and then I shot out like this a purple orb that like blew up into like a dome and mess with anyone who landed in it. And then I had a normal grenade, and after a while, that grenade got upgraded to the point where it kind of like stayed on the floor and burnt anyone who walked in it.
Yeah.
That's cool. That switches up gameplay a lot for me. You know what I mean? So I think that that's what I'm really into about it.
I had a chance to. I forgot how it was in Halo. When you're throwing a grenade, you have to look up to the sky to throw it farther.
Yeah, yeah.
So when I'm trying to throw a grenade in Destiny right now, I'm throwing it like I would say
shock put.
I'm not gonna say a girl, but you know what I mean.
Shock put.
She's like, oh my gosh, they're
You're
way
throwing
over there.
it like someone who isn't throwing a grenade very accurately.
Yeah, like oh my gosh,
Yeah,
wait.
like you're not putting your wrist into it.
I failed about like 7 times because once you only get one grenade in the Destiny, and then it has to charge up again for you to get another grenade to throw.
Yeah,
and that can take about a whole minute.
Yeah. But some of the cool stuff is some of the skills later help you knock.
Yeah,
that,
you're gonna
go faster.
Yeah, definitely gonna get skills later. And also, what's cool about this game, what I like it is so much is that you can always upgrade your weapons very easily, your armor. As far as I believe when you get your ship as well. And also in these levels, what you can do is that you can always beat this level, or if you don't want to beat it, there's other things that happen in this level where there's like a horde mode that can happen, and you and your 3 teammates in this level can go ahead and fight this horde.
Well, it sounded like you said horde mode, and then you said
HORDE, horde.
Okay.
HWHORE is insane.
Got it.
So instead of being the whole level, you can go ahead and do stuff like inside the level. There's many aspects inside these levels, and these levels are really beautiful. I mean, if you love Bungie, like I said, if you love Halo, you're gonna fall in love with Destiny. I think that's what's gonna happen.
That's awesome. You know what I'm excited about, by the way? We're going to start doing video reviews very soon. And I'm going to be able to see some of the stuff you guys are actually talking about.
Yeah. Well, I'm a level 5 right now. You'll see it. People who are listening right now, you'll see our next video of that.
So nice.
So one of this is just a personal dream of mine. What I want to have some video content on, and hopefully we will,
of course,
is Elvin and Aaron playing Octodad. which is legitimately, it's a game.
Oh my goodness!
We're gonna transition from Destiny with a real quick Octodad story. So the summary of this game, right? The plot of this game.
Wait, that's a game?
It is a game called Octodad.
Yeah, but here's what's
or
so.
Squid or
here's what you're an octopus.
It's called Octodad.
You're right. It's not Squidodad.
It's not called Squatty.
Squatty.
But you're an octopus, right? And for some reason he's shoved into like a suit, right? And the storyline is this. You have a family, right? And they're all humans. And the whole storyline of the game, the whole plot of the game, I don't know if it changes, but you're an octopus who is pretending to be a human.
Yes.
So you have to do these very simple, mundane tasks, but you're an octopus shoved into like a 2-piece suit.
So trying to move is you're still sticking to everything, and you're falling over things.
So again, based on a true story.
Yeah. But the thing that's so great about it, and the thing that's so ridiculous about it, is the fact that we might have talked about this before on like one of our first podcasts, but is that the controls are purposely ridiculous.
Yeah.
And like I saw a video where like one of the objectives is pour a cup of milk for like I think it's for your daughter. Yeah. And then like you're slamming your tentacles into the refrigerator, like knocking everything down, and it just looks ridiculous. But anyways, that's a personal dream of mine that I'm gonna do everything I can to make happen.
I have zero ambition to play Octodad whatsoever. I was like, whatever.
We need to get. I want Elvin to play dive kick.
Oh yeah, dive kick too. Yeah, definitely.
No.
Well, I actually brought Shovel Knight over. I mean, that's another game he can definitely play. Actually, I heard that you were playing a Guacamelee right now.
You know what? I tried it because it was free, and
pile of shame.
Oh, I heard more than that, sir.
My whole video game life is a pile of shame.
It didn't go well. But anyways, we're gonna transition to an event that I was personally moved by. I kind of talked about it a little bit before. A little event called EVO. Now, EVO is this once a year huge fighting game tournament. Ginormous. And I didn't realize to what extent. And to me, this was my first EVO experience. And I wasn't there, but I streamed it. And that was what was so crazy about it was I didn't realize how giant it was.
Realize.
What?
I didn't realize. You said realize. Were you looking
anyways,
at somebody's butt?
That's like South Park,
right?
Realize.
Anyways,
Realize. Go ahead. I interrupt you.
We're gonna play a little clip of EVO Finals match.
Nice expect about you. He wanted to avoid it, but he called his doom. Missiles! The spoiler! Rapid slash out of nowhere!
Oh, man!
He's the first time we've seen that this whole set.
Oh, and T'Challa gets out of there. Oh, very unfortunate. Very fortunate there for Justin. He went for the legs again!
X Factor!
Oh my God, are we crowning a new champion here?
I think this might be it, guys.
As the king returns.
A little clip from the very final match in the Marvel vs. Capcom
And the
tournament.
king returns!
Yeah.
Yes.
And like
.com.
Justin fucking Wong.
Yeah. When I walked into this, I didn't think that it could get this hype. But man, oh man, oh man. Like, Alicia, you know a lot about EVO.
I don't know a lot about it.
You
I know
more. You know more about me. You created the event. Is this true?
No, I did not. I wish I did. Okay, so if
I thought she was at the event. I thought you were playing.
No,
she's Justin Wong.
I am Justin Wong.
Yeah,
I am
she's
Justin
the one who
Won.
won.
Yeah, I won.
Congratulations.
It's just a
Thank
different
you.
identity.
This is just a lot of hard work.
Yeah,
And
a lot of hard work.
So much hard work. For those of you who don't know what EVO is, like he said, a fighting game tournament. Now, what we just heard was the championship game. And now what you have to realize when you're watching these streams and when you find these fighting game streams, these are massive ballrooms full of people. Yeah. Like, it's not just, it's 15 dudes. No. It's this huge ballroom full of people who are watching two dudes sitting on stage playing a game on a ginormous screen.
Well, who sponsors this?
There's all sorts of sponsors. Actually, Nintendo. The big news this year about EVO was that Nintendo actually sponsored it, because what happened last year was they had a contest for one of the streams, and they did a charity fundraiser. So they said, okay, well, whoever raises the most money will get to have a spot at EVO, and it ended up being Nintendo fans. They ended up raising the most money for Smash Brothers. Oh, nice. Now the problem with that was Nintendo, and I think it's Nintendo of Japan, is so out of touch. They're like, no, you're not allowed to stream our game.
Yeah.
Oh,
so they were like, it was a real big deal. And then at the last minute, I think someone from Nintendo of America was like, hey guys, told Nintendo of Japan, you're isolating your giant fan base. Yeah, these are people who are still playing Smash Brothers. These are people who are going to buy the next Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
And so this year, the big deal, like when you watch a Smash stream, was, oh wait, Nintendo's sponsoring it. What?
Yeah, it really,
good for Nintendo.
It really was a huge deal.
It was a 180. They pulled a complete 180.
Like, I don't want to say good for Nintendo, just because it's kind of ridiculous to me that they weren't supporting it to begin with. Because for me, I get what you're saying, but for me, it's like, okay, they've been playing Brawl, right?
Yeah.
Or I'm sorry, Melee.
Melee.
The names are too similar. Just different ways of fighting. But yeah, they've been playing Melee at like competitively since it came out. Yeah. And Melee came out in, I'm pretty sure, 2003. So for 11 years, this game has had this hardcore community. And it's funny too, because when the Smash Brothers Championship was over, one of the announcers was crying because, and I don't know why. A lot of people were crying. You're giving me this look.
Why?
A lot of people cried.
People crying.
Well, because
about this thing.
Well, because, all right. For instance, there was a game called Blaze Blue, right? The dude won $30,000.
Oh, okay.
Well, I would if I played this one game, if I did anything competitively for a year, and I won, and as broke as I am, and I won $30,000, I would probably be and I cry over everything, so I would cry over that.
And you have to realize EVO is international, so that means that you are the best Smash Brother player. By these standards, you're the best Smash Brother player in the world.
In the world.
Not everyone's as tough and cool as you, Elvin.
In the moon.
From the moon.
But I
think the guy was crying because the announcer, one of the announcers, that was his final announcing for any EVO tournament, for anything else for Smash. Because when I was watching, I was streaming EVO while I was at work, and I messaged Zach. I'm like, "Are you watching this? Because I'm watching this." And so the announcer, he said that on the stream. He's like, "Yeah, this is gonna be my last announcing job forever." He's a big Smash player too, I guess.
Yeah. See, what I did is I had to mute it.
Yeah.
While the championships were going out, and they had like Reggie, the Nintendo of America dude, come out, and I mean, just because it was all silent, I assumed that that's what it was for. But either way, it's kind of important. Yeah, he's the most interesting man in America. But yeah, no, and I like for me I think they're so interesting about this is like I'm into UFC and MMA, right? It took a while for me to start caring about it. I watched the first event, I was like, watch another event, and then maybe after like another year or two, I actually became a fan. Same thing with football, same thing with every other sport. But getting into this, I don't know why. Like, I didn't think I was gonna be as into it as I was. But like when that like the first I think it was the first tournament of the day for the finals was Blaze Blue, and the dude like lost, and he went to the loser circle, which is kind of like
consolation circle, right?
Yeah, losers bracket.
Yeah, well, it's kind of like anyone who loses gets sent to this loser bracket, right, and then they fight for a chance to come back.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, so it's basically it's kind of like, I guess, well, it's not really March Madness because there's not really losers in March Madness, right? It's just everybody just keeps winning.
No, in March Madness, it goes all the way down to the Final Four. So 16 to Elite 8 to the Final Four to the championship.
But it's this is basically kind of like Little League. It's all brackets. So if you lose, if you get popped, you get put in the losers bracket, and you have to keep winning in order to try to come back for the championship.
Yes, I like that a lot.
Yeah, no, I like it too.
Dude, I did not get that opportunity in 2004. I'll tell you why.
In 2000,
no,
what do you mean 2004?
And I'm still bitter about this. I will probably always be bitter about this. In 2004, I was playing a game called NBA 2K4.
Oh god.
Okay. Actually, I heard you were really good at that game.
I was number 3 in the whole world.
What?
I was number 3. You wouldn't believe this. I was number 3. I'll tell you.
Do you consider Pasadena the world?
Does that include the moon?
Because
does that include your house?
When you're playing online, they tell you what you're ranked.
Yeah.
Out of everybody, I was 3rd.
Oh wow!
And so what we would do? There was a tournament coming up. It was you win $10,000 if you're first place. They have a tournament, and then you'd be featured on ESPN Cold Pizza. There was a show called ESPN Cold Pizza back.
This is 2004.
In 2004,
okay.
Yeah. So it was so poorly done because you beat the guy, you're on to the next round, and then at that point you had to be home at a certain time to play this game. So you go ahead and so you get into that game. If you miss that time, you're out, and the other guy advances. Anyway, so I would never miss this time. I didn't have a job at the time. I was playing my video games. I was sick with it. Have you guys ever heard of a player named Darvin Ham? You probably haven't.
No,
but I would give him
Ham.
But in this game, he had major ups. He can jump super high. So he finished with 40 points a game. I would come down the court, throw an alley-oop. You couldn't stop it. So then players who I was playing against, they complained about I was using exploits.
Okay.
So I would blow out this player by 20 points or 30, maybe 35 points, whatever. You blow them out by 35 points, and what you can do after you lose, you can complain. Okay. So if you get more than 2 complaints, you're out of this tournament.
Oh, what?
Oh, yeah.
You're out of this tournament. So of course they're going to complain. I rotate 2K, like, of course they're going to complain.
Yeah, you lose, you're going to complain.
There's a bunch of douchebags out there, no matter what.
I don't think that's back probably before they could even see exploits. But the thing about EVO is you can't exploit EVO because everybody is in.
Yeah.
Everyone's in Vegas in this ballroom, so you're all playing on the same GameCube.
But yeah, I don't understand that.
And you're all like your tournament was online, right?
Online.
Yeah. See,
online.
No, this is we're all in the same room. Like there is for like Smash and other things. What happens is the next person up will come and sit down, and then you plug in your controller, and they do button check.
Yeah.
So you're checking your buttons and you're hitting buttons. You're not fighting yet, but they're just trying to make sure that this is working. Your buttons all work.
Let me ask you: has anyone ever been accused of cheating on EVO? Is that
possible? At EVO, I have no clue. But I mean,
sure.
to me,
everyone complains about everything.
To me, you can't really cheat, like because. I mean, all you could do is they would be like, oh, you're cheap, because if you get someone up there who's button mashing, because the thing about EVO is like everyone can go and play. Man, and the joy of EVO 2, which makes it so great, but beyond this just giant mega thing is when you're there, people there's just fucking rooms open with you can find any game you really want to play, probably that's a competitive game. There's just rooms open.
Yeah. And they have
you just walk down the hallway.
They have people there to judge who won.
Like like last year I think they had like an indie, like they had like a TV set up for indie games. That's what somebody told me. They had like Nidhogg and like Skullgirls or something like that.
Oh, Skullgirls is there, yeah.
So I don't know. It's just it's really cool, and like I said, it helps me get so excited about it when I hear how excited people get.
Oh yeah.
Well, you know what I'm excited about is we've actually talked about this. Is in a couple of months we want to set up like a video tournament. And I'm on the technical side of this whole Gamer Gameless thing, so I'm excited to see how we're gonna make that happen. I want to see like these reactions, like I heard on the EVO clip. That sounds really cool.
Well, EVO, like those guys get super duper hype. So just like imagine, it's when like someone like me who's watching the stream and I don't really know the names of all the moves and I don't know what's happening, especially in that fight with Justin Wong and Filipino Champ, it just got kind of insane. And then you went X Factor and everyone's like, oh my god, you went X Factor. I'm like, I don't know what that means, but I just know that everyone is jumping up and down and screaming and there's a sombrero in the crowd and someone's holding up a Texas flag. Like, I don't know what's happening.
Wait,
I just
what?
know
everyone just kind of represents everyone from,
like,
I guess.
and he was, Justin Wong was so excited when he won that he was jumping up and down. He fell. It became a meme. Like there's an instant gif like of him just jumping up and down and falling, and he's just so hype and everyone's
and he didn't care
out.
That he fell.
No, he didn't,
so
because
happy.
he's like, I get to go home thousands of dollars richer, and I am the best Marvel player in the world.
I told you, Mom.
And that's like one of the greatest experiences you can ever have as a gamer. There's probably nothing that beats that.
Well, I can't wait to see it when we have our tournaments in the future. I can't wait to see.
Probably gonna start with Smash Brothers. When
Smash
it
Brothers,
out.
yeah. Oh, I can't wait to announce something in the future when we do get something together. And I want to see Alicia win like she won this tournament.
Alicia's like,
let me go get those buttons
I
and start
heard,
mashing.
I heard if you beat Smash Brothers at the end, it says directed by Alicia. It doesn't even say her last name because they know who we're talking about.
Because everyone knows who I am.
Yeah. Is she like the hand at the end of
Yeah, she's
that's my hand.
She's master hand.
That's my master hand.
Is she from the moon?
Yeah, pretty much. So I'm gonna get into some news real quick before we have our question of the week.
Questionoftheweek.com.
Anyways,
yeah.
So
I got nothing else to do. Come on.
So this week they announced some new Smash Brothers characters. Speaking of Smash Brothers, I want to see. Okay, I was gonna say I want to see how you guys feel about it, but it sounds like Alicia's thrilled.
Yeah, I got 3 words for it. I don't care. That's pretty much it. Those characters, I don't care about.
I mean, like, I think it's cool. Here's the deal. So the people they announced were Lucina, Robin, and Captain Falcon. And Lucina and Robin are from Fire Emblem, which is cool. Like, I'm always here's my whole what I feel about this is you can't announce Captain Falcon because anyone who's played Smash Brothers knows that he's been in it since the beginning. Yeah, and they're not gonna not have him in it. Yeah. So you're not announcing. They're like, by the way, did you know that water cures thirst? It's like, yeah, I knew that. But and the whole Lucina and Robin thing, it's cool, but they already have enough. They already have enough Fire Emblem characters, and like, the problem is I would much rather them take whatever resources they put forth to make Lucina and Robin a playable character and put it somewhere else. Like, I think the day before this was announced, Rayman was announced as an assist trophy. Make him a character. That is way more appealing. Will. I don't think so. No, I mean, okay. They're not going to have him as a character and an assist trophy.
Maybe you can unlock him.
I doubt it.
I highly doubt it.
And that's the thing. Like, I mean, I'm all for new characters, more characters. That's awesome. But like I said, they already have enough Fire Emblem characters. Like, there are so many characters that Nintendo can pull out from. There are so many. Like, so many different games. It's kind of ridiculous. So I was bummed out about that.
I'm kind of hurt because they haven't announced my main, which is Ness.
Yeah.
I am terrible. Ness is garbage. He is so broken, especially if you watch EVO, you will see how broken he is because he's really bad.
They should bring
but he's my
Knight.
main.
Shovel Knight would be
that's actually an awesome idea. They probably won't.
But they won't because
it just came out a month ago.
Yeah, and there's all sorts of like copyright stuff that they would have to jump through.
And Shovel Knight is
Shovel
Knight is for Nintendo, but it was a Kickstarter game, and they said they want to make it for as many systems as possible.
Yeah, but so it's. Like, I don't know. You saw my tweet. You liked my tweet when I was like, "Hey, Nintendo!" When they announced, it was like, "Hey, how about you guys just spend your time and make another Fire Emblem game instead of putting these characters into Smash?"
Seriously, I think this is either 5 or 6 Fire Emblem games, which is ridiculous because in America there's only been 4 Fire Emblem games. You know what I mean?
And there's so many of these characters in there. I appreciate Fire Emblem for what it is, and I think it's a really cool game and everything else like that. But give me something. Like, you're not showing me Ness, you're not showing me Lucas, which makes me think that you just took out all of my Earthbound characters.
So I think Ness is going to get announced next week, and the reason why I read this somewhere, I can't remember where, is that not last Comic-Con, but it's like almost like a 6-year anniversary that they announced NES sometime last week from one of the previous ones. That's what I heard. Don't know if it's true, but hopefully Nintendo is going to be at Comic-Con.
Yeah.
So hopefully
maybe they'll do it there. I don't. They're being super cheap with these announcements. I mean, like I'm excited for some of them. Like Pac-Man was exciting. Wii Fit Trainer was exciting. Like all that stuff. Those announcements were kind of exciting. But then when you get down and you're just like, oh, and here's Captain Falcon. Like. We know.
I'm still excited.
Like they shouldn't announce old characters. That's what I kind of feel
like.
You're not
announcing it.
You're not announcing it. Just show us the macro of show us the screen, show us the macro of all the old characters, but announce the new ones.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, I'm still excited about Pac-Man. I mean, you bust out Pac-Man. I mean, I don't care about anybody else right now.
Yeah, I'm actually.
Let's see what Pac-Man can do.
Pac-Man's probably gonna be super OP.
Yeah, he's gonna be super cheap.
He's gonna be broken.
Yeah. And also, when you're talking about these characters, I mean, let's add some more characters to Mario Kart too. I mean, that's just off topic, but come on now.
Yeah, seriously, I want them to do the Smash Brothers kind of way of going it, where they have just different Nintendo characters. But anyways, we're almost running out of time, and I want to get to that question, so I'm just gonna go over the news really quick. The rest of the news. In June, Xbox said that they doubled in sales. Personally, I don't think this is a big deal, just because I imagine that in May they didn't sell too many because they announced that it was going to be $100 cheaper. I mean, without the Kinect, but it was going to be $100 cheaper. So I doubt they had that many. They didn't give a number. They just said double. So they probably sold 8 Xboxes in May and then 16 in June. So, I mean, I love Xbox. Like Xbox probably by the end of the year, it's probably gonna have better exclusives than PS4. It probably already does. But I mean, I love Xbox, but I think that's ridiculous. The other thing, today at QuakeCon, they revealed gameplay of Doom, the new Doom, and it's not Doom 4. It's just called Doom. I think they're kind of
rebooting it.
Yeah, rebooting. Why did I lose that word? But apparently it's gonna have like more of like an old school gameplay, like kind of less like Doom 3, which is more of like a survival horror, and more like the original Dooms, which is like really over the top and like gory and stuff. Other thing at EVO 2 small announcements. They showed Tekken 7 trailer, which I'm excited about because it's Tekken 7, but the trailer was kind of just like, oh look, there goes Heihachi. That guy has crazy hair. That's it.
Yeah.
And then they pulled a Nintendo and they revealed, that's the word, Raiden for Mortal Kombat. Now, the reason why I'm upset about this is because Raiden has been in, I don't know, do either one of you guys into Mortal Kombats?
Last time I played Mortal Kombat was DC versus Mortal Kombat.
And here's what I think. Raiden is kind of a staple of the series, kind of like Mario.
Yeah, you gotta have Raiden.
Yeah, so I don't think it's that big of a deal that he's in it. But anyways.
Well, one thing I will say is that, you know, there's rumors of new crazy movie characters. Like Freddy Krueger might be in it. Predator might be in it.
Yeah, hopefully.
So
I wouldn't be surprised.
I'll play any game with Freddy Krueger in it.
I think he was in one of them.
Freddy Krueger, really?
I think he was in. I want to say he was in one of them.
I don't remember him being in it.
I know they have a lot of ridiculous, random, like movie characters in the.
Well, Freddy Krueger probably should be in Mortal Kombat, as gory as he is.
I'm pretty sure he's been. I want to check after. But anyway, I'm gonna get our question of the week. Question of the week, and it comes from Lewis, and here it is.
And Mr. Gameless, this is Lewis Parrish, aka Prize Fighter 33, all the way from Lubbock, Texas. Long-time listener, first-time caller. My question is, there's been a lot of tossing around of the word gamer, and I'm a gamer, and he's a gamer, she's a gamer. What exactly do you three, and possibly whatever, I don't know, special person you have there, is what do you guys consider a gamer? That's all I want to know. And I'll definitely be listening to this podcast. You guys are doing a great job. Keep up the good work.
Thanks for calling in, Lewis.
Thank you, Lewis.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, Lewis, all the way from Texas.
Love it.
.com.
Texas.com. It would be texas.org.
Texas.gov.
.America.
But, so, that's a really good question. So,
actually, that's a great question.
So,
what is a gamer?
What is a gamer?
And I'm not the one to answer that, so go ahead.
I'll start out by just saying what I think. I think a gamer is someone who dedicates a lot of time to gaming. Like, whether that be like for me, in the past, there's been times where I was working 60 hours a week, so I couldn't play video games.
Oh, cue the sad music.
No,
I was
listen,
playing,
no.
I was working 60
I know.
hours a week.
I guess that was supposed to be a sad noise.
Like my ghost noise? Woo, woo.
But anyways, there's been times where I just didn't have the time to play video games, but I kind of compensated by always being up to date and always looking at new. And it was weird. I think that's when I started really getting into like gaming media, and because I read like 12 times as much as that I actually played video games. So even when I didn't have the time to always play video games, I'd always be on my phone on different websites checking out what's going on. So I think gamer is kind of like a nebulous term. I love that word so much.
Wherewithal.
Because I mean, there might be someone like who plays World of Warcraft like 50 hours a week, but there also might be someone who plays Call of Duty 50 hours a week. But there also might be someone like me who likes a variety of games and distributes time kind of equally to these to try all kinds of games. You know what I mean? So I think it's about your. It's kind of like a self-identifying term, if anything, for me. Yeah. There's people who only play like Angry Birds and feel that they're a gamer, and that's cool. You can call yourself whatever you want. That's the joy of this world.
See, I'm gameless, but if someone told me that they play Angry Birds and they're gamers, I'd look at you guys and I'd kind of laugh at them and kick them in the face.
Well, see, that's where you get this kind of weird dichotomy.
There's levels to it. There's levels to it, right?
There's all sorts of levels to it. Like, for me personally, and I fucking hate the whole, like, oh, you're a fake gamer girl. You're doing it for attention. Yeah. And so, like, I get that because I've had to go to, before when I used to shop at GameStop before the joy that is Amazon was born, I would get guys at GameStop giving me shit. Like, oh, are you here for your boyfriend? Like,
oh, and that's because guys are the only ones that play games, right?
Yeah, because they would either accuse me of being fake or being a fake gamer girl. I'm not, buying this stuff for me and everything else like that. So when I think gamer, like I've told you guys off air, my grandmother's a gamer. Yeah. She's put 1 billion hours into Skyrim. She has all 3 systems. Like, this is awesome. This is her. I'm the same way. My daughter is like super into iPad games and everything else like that. So for me, when I say gamer, I think it's more about the passion, how passionate you are about everything.
Well, I like the way Aaron put it. It's levels.
Yeah,
it really is levels.
Well, I wouldn't even say levels because I mean, you have your casual gamer, you have your hardcore gamer, and everything else like that. But to me, it's someone who has a passion in gaming, who enjoys games and is very passionate about it. That's a gamer because like I don't want to screw you filthy casual. Like so like you might be discouraging that person from taking the next step to being more and more into gaming because we as a community are dumping on you about it.
Yeah. Well, you're a girl, so it doesn't matter what you say, right?
Yeah, because I'm a gamer girl. I'm doing it for attention. You're just here for your
boyfriend. Yeah, your boyfriend couldn't make it, so you're here.
And it's funny too because
I'm doing it so I can get a man.
I'll say this. I feel like Alicia knows more about video games than the majority of the people I know who self-identify as gamers. You know what I mean? Anyways, what's your take on this? Aaron, you have a very interesting shirt.
Why am I seeing both of your nipples right now, Aaron?
I guess he's so excited to talk that he's like pulling his shirt.
He has a jersey.
This is my thinking cap pose.
He is testing us to see how much of a game we can make.
To me, anything in life, if you're going to be describing of what you are, is how much time you invest into it. Okay. So to me, if you're a gamer, you invest a lot of your time into being a gamer.
Right.
Like, I play a lot of basketball, right? So I can call myself a baller, right? But somebody who plays basketball maybe once a week, not once a week, once a month, I don't really consider them a baller.
Right.
And we don't know the term baller can mean different things. Like, you make a lot of money, whatever. But in basketball, you're a baller, whatever.
Yeah.
And so in gaming, the time you invest into it makes you who you are. So, if you're putting about 15 hours a week, maybe, okay, how about this? Maybe anywhere from 10 to 15 to 20 to 30.
Okay.
I'd probably consider you a gamer. I would. But if you're putting maybe 1 hour a week into it, there's levels to it. You can be you're almost you're
Right.
a light gamer, I'd say.
So I played 20 minutes of Contra on my phone, or 20 seconds of Contra on my phone the other day. Am I a gamer?
No, you're
Are you?
not.
Wait,
You're
are you
gameless.
passionate? Are you passionate about gaming?
Yeah.
Though, because to Aaron's point, where he just said, "Well, if you're putting there were times when I was only like Zach, I would only put an hour into gaming a
Yes.
week, but I'm still passionate about it. Like that is still gaming is still my passion. I still read the blog and still whatever, but that's not me actually physically playing it.
Yeah.
I would
Now,
say
when-
you can find the time to play.
See, but
You know, if you're finding the time to read articles, to play the game, to buy the latest stuff, to play the old stuff, if you find the time to do that, that makes you a gamer.
I want to play devil's advocate for a second on this. Devil's advocate usually means you don't agree with what you're saying, but you're doing it for the sake of argument.
Yeah.
But I actually do believe this is that in that case, I get what you're saying about making time, but often you can't make time.
Can't make time.
So I think what it more means to anything is not how much time you allocate, but how much free time you allocate. Do you get what I'm saying? Because I might not all right, when I was in 6th grade and summer hit, if I didn't have summer school, I'd be playing video games 23 hours a day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, me too.
And
I
that's
played a
because
lot.
I had all the time in the world. Now that I have like a job and I go to school and I have McChickens to eat, like I don't have that same level of time.
Yeah.
But I would say
But
I'm
you're
much
finding time to play
yeah, but not 23 hours a
on
day.
purpose. On purpose, you're finding time to play on purpose, right?
Yeah, but what I'm saying
Okay,
is
that can make you
Yeah, but you
arguably
said
a gamer.
But by your standards, you said an hour. Like this whole week, I didn't really get to play. I got maybe 2 hours. And
What about last week?
Last week, I got maybe 3. Trying to do Transistor because I mean you all know I'm a single mom. I'm a
of
single
course.
mom who
You're a
works,
yeah.
and so I'm still super passionate about games. I still play when I can, but it's still time management. I wouldn't say I wouldn't.
And you only play
do it.
games because you want to find a guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
clearly, man. I gotta put on my push-up bra.
That's right.
I gotta put on the shortest skirt I have.
That's right.
And then I gotta mosey into GameStop and try to,
Act like
get
you know
the
about games.
really sweaty dudes who are behind the counter.
but yeah, like I feel like it's more about what you do with your free time, but how you choose to spend your free time. Because like I said, I don't think it's based on how much time. If anything, it's a ratio of time. Because like I said, I think I'm much more passionate now when I play maybe 5 hours a game a week, when I have like a lot of stuff. Like there was a time where I would leave the house when I was working overnight. I would leave the house at 10:30 and go to work and then go to school and get back at 2. At that time, the Gears of War 3 beta came out.
Yeah.
I would still try to fit in 2 or 3 hours, which
you're
would
finding
limit
time.
Yeah, but I mean that equals out to maybe 10 hours a week on days that I could actually pull that off. So I don't compare that to somebody who plays 60 hours a week and say that they're more hardcore than me. You know what I'm saying? I think it's more about allocation of
But they are.
Well,
What
it's
little time.
priorities versus free time.
more responsibilities versus free
Versus
time.
Oh,
Free time.
responsibilities are priorities.
But anyways,
Depending on you.
we are running over, so that's going to do it for us here.
Aaron, could you take us out on a beat while he says goodbye?
Would you like a gamer beat?
Yeah, please. Oh yeah.
All right.
It's
Remember.
it's NES remix. in
I
here.
want to play that somewhere. Anyways,
Nice,
just
Aaron.
Just as a reminder, you guys can check us out at facebook.com/gamergameless, or you can check us out on our new and improved website, gamergameless.com.
.com.
You were waiting for that.
waiting for
I've been waiting for 1 hour and 6 minutes to do that.
More cowbell,
Scream,
Elvin.
just
He had
scream.com.
He had this stance of preparation, but and once again, thanks again for Lewis for calling in. We really appreciate it.
We do. And Alicia, thank you again.
Thank you, Alicia. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
creating video
Thank you,
games.
thank you.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank you for having me back.
Absolutely.
All right, take it easy,
See you later, guys.
Thanks
Bye-bye.
for listening.
Bye.